Hey, what up, art crew? It's Mr. Crumby again. We're back at it again with another art episode. And so what we're going to do today is, a lot of times in my art classes, kids want me to draw this one particular character a lot. And so I thought, why not have a video so that way students and some of my other friends' kids can draw this along with me. So without further ado, we are going to be making Pikachu today. Yeah, that's right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go step by step. I'm going to start with a pencil today, and then we're going to trace it with either a Sharpie or a black marker or even like a black colored pencil. And then after that, we're going to work on some lightning around Pikachu. So get your pencil ready, get your paper ready, and let's get to it. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to start kind of upper part of the paper a little bit, and we're just going to start with a circle, okay? And so remember, as you're drawing these lines, we want to make them light because we're going to probably erase some of these lines when we get toward the end after we Sharpie. We're going to erase some of these lines. All right, so we've got this. So we want to start, let's go ahead and draw Pikachu's ears. So one of his ears up here at the top, curved line just like that. Another curved line just like this. And then at the top, a little curved line, because this is a little darker spot right here we can color in later. Let's draw his other ear. This ear is always kind of like over here off to the side. So we're going to draw a curved line just like we did here. Another curved line, and the same thing, little curve there. Now, inside of here, kind of right in the middle of our circle here, we're going to draw his nose, okay? So just almost like a little curved line, we can add a little curve at the bottom. Not too big, just like that. Now, on the sides of Pikachu's heads, it kind of like flares out a little bit. So what we're going to do is, coming down, almost starting kind of halfway down the side of this, we're going to bring the line out and then kind of back around like that. So then we'll do the same thing kind of on this side. And back around. I'll tell you what, Caleb, move kind of more this way a little bit so you're like right onto it so they can really see my pencil. All right. So now what we can do is, on each of these corners here, Pikachu has a little round spot here where I'm pretty sure it's red. So when we color it, we can color these spots in red. So now let's draw his eyes. Big circles on the side of his head here. Notice I'm not trying to make it really perfect right now. I just want to get it on the page. So right below his nose right here, little curved lines like that. So then, I forgot these in the eyes. Up in the eyes, let's draw that little circle that the light reflects off the eye. So now let's start on the body here. So we're going to start on each side and we're going to draw kind of a curved line that kind of comes down and circles around. So we're going to start here, going to come down and kind of bring it around just like that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Bring it down and kind of circle it around just like that. Now, right here in the middle, we're not going to connect it. We're going to leave a little bit of space, and it's going to be another little curved line. So we're going to go up and around like that. Notice how it doesn't connect. There's some space right here in the middle. Let's draw his feet. Just curve lines out like that. Curve line out like that. Let's draw his arms on the inside here. So all we're going to use is kind of like 4 diagonal lines. 2 going this way, 2 going that way, and then inside of here, curve, kind of a bigger curve here. Same thing over here, curve, bigger curve, and then what are we missing for Pikachu?
Tail.
His tail, that's right. So he's got a little lightning tail here we want to make. So zigzag line, okay, make that lightning shape. So then I'm gonna start kind of down here below it on this side here. I'm gonna come out, up like this, just like that. And then we need a little line right here because this part's kind of colored in. Yeah, there we go. Starting to look like him a little bit. Let's see here. So I think that's all we need with our pencil right now. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna switch to my Sharpie. You can switch to a marker, you can switch to a colored pencil, even a black crayon would work. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start tracing these lines. Now we're not gonna trace all of them because like you can see right here where my pencil, where we made this circle shape, we're not gonna trace that part. And the line kind of in here between our ears, we're not gonna trace that. So I'm gonna speed the video up while I do this. All right, so now we've got him outlined. He's looking pretty good. So now what we want to do is, Pikachu's got like a lot of electricity when he gets like excited or mad or anything like that. So we want to add a little detail around him to make him look like he's really electrifying. So all you have to do, and the cool thing about drawing lightning or things like that is, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just going to use zigzag lines to try to make it. So what I like to do is I'm going to start here at the top. Then I'm just going to start making just all kinds of little zigzag lines coming out from Pikachu. Then I'm going to come down this way, maybe come back up, down, back around. Then I'm just going to keep kind of going around, making just little zigzag. Maybe some go all the way out, maybe some don't. What you kind of want to try not to do is have them not all look exactly the same. So notice how some of the lines went out, some of them stopped, but none of them look exactly the same because that would be pretty boring. So notice I'm not trying to make them any certain way. I'm just going, and then kind of like wherever my Sharpie's going, and that's just what's happening. I'm not trying to make it a certain way. So I'm just going to keep going. And sometimes my brain is telling me, hey, you need to shoot this out here real quick because that's what's going to, it needs it right there. So I'm kind of listening to my creative side a little bit, listening to what my brain's telling me to do, and then I'm just going for it. And one cool thing about using a Sharpie to do this is if I mess up, there's no erasing it. So I just have to kind of live with it, which kind of gives me a little bit of freedom to kind of do what I want to do. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going all the way around till I get kind of down close to the feet. Then I'm just going to bring it out to the end. So let me finish it off right here with the tail. Coming back around. And so there we go. Now Pikachu looks like he's pretty electrifying there. So now what you can do is you can grab your colored pencils, your markers, your crayons, maybe even some watercolors, and you can color this in. Now, be sure when you're coloring in the background or even this electricity part, it doesn't have to be one color. Mix the colors up a little bit. See, get creative, have some fun with it. And then one last thing that all artists should do when they're done with their work, their signature. And so I usually try to hide my signature really close into a spot where it really can't be seen really much. So there we go, and we're done. So remember to, if you like the video, go ahead and subscribe to it because there's going to be lots more coming. All right, we'll see y'all next time.